What is going on YouTube? Espresso Shucko here. The international challenge for the month of February is right around the corner. So this is a tournament I am going to be playing in. One of the cores I was looking at for potentially running as the team for this tournament is Calyrex-Ice Rider and Kyogre. So my idea I was thinking was Calyrex has a very good physical attack stat in its Ice Rider form. Glacial Lance hurts. We know that I struggle with Calyrex-Ice Rider a lot. So if you can't beat them, join them. We got high horsepower, we got protect, we got trick room. My main idea is have Calyrex be a backup trick room setter. We have Mimikyu on this team. Mimikyu is going to be the main trick room setter. This is the same one from the Necrozma video that I did for my last team of Series 11. So we're going to bring it back. We have Will-O-Wisp support. We have Shadow Sneak to self-proc Calyrex's weakness policy as well. As far as the Kyogre goes, we are going to run an Assault Vest type set. We have Water Spout here. If Kyogre is in a favorable matchup where we know we have some speed on our side, we can go for the Water Spout. If not, and we know we're going to max Kyogre, we can get a base 150 Max Geyser out of Water Spout, if at anything. We have Scald in case we want to hit something single target with a water type move. We got a pretty good odds of burning something, and who knows, we might run into something with Wide Guard, so nice to have Scald there. We have Thunder and Ice Beam for coverage. Max Lightning is nice to have on here because sleep, we can get rid of that. Max Hailstorm, not too bad to set the weather if we have to. If we run into a situation where we need to hit a Groudon hard and get rid of its sun, we can do that and then go for a Max Geyser if Hailstorm doesn't take it out. Options, they're there. We have Rillaboom there, we have Grassy Glide, we got Fago, we got Knockoff. This is one of my favorite Rillaboom sets that I've been using. I mean, after all, I've brought it quite a few times to my videos. And same with the Incineroar, so not really much to say on either of those. And finally, we have Tapu Koko. We're going to try this out instead of Regieleki. We have Electro Web on here for a little bit of some speed control support. We have Dazzling Gleam for some fairy coverage. We have Thunderbolt for a single target attack. I don't know why that was so hard to say, but hey, it was. I'm not caffeinated, so that might be why. We also have Protect there just because, in case we need it. So that's the main team. Also, if you guys are riding off the International Challenge, a little bit of incentive to actually play in it and do at least 3 battles. You can get Shiny Galarian Articuno over Wi-Fi, like through Mystery Gift, for participating in this. So go get your Shiny Galarian Articunos. March and April each have one. They're going to be giving out Galarian Moltres and Galarian Zapdos in their shiny forms, so go do those two. Anyways, without further ado, let's take this team out for a test drive on the campaign to entertain and see what we can get for some matches. Alright, we have our first opponent. It is a Zygarde and Calyrex team with Whimsicott, Regieleki, Incineroar, Bisharp, which I haven't seen one of those in a while, so that's pretty cool, and Zygarde. So, Ice Rider Calyrex looks very good here. Intimidates off of Incineroar are not ideal, but we have Glacial Lance for Whimsicott, we've got it for Zygarde, we got high horsepower for Regieleki, we've got it for Incineroar, we got it for Bisharp. I don't see why I don't bring Calyrex. If at anything, I think maybe we're going to go with Rillaboom Calyrex. Kyogre does look pretty good here too. We could also go Kyogre and Rillaboom. We can also go Fake Out into Regieleki if they lead that, and Water Spout. I think Calyrex will come into the back. I think we're going to try to max Calyrex this game, just looking at my opponent's team. We'll see. And I think Mimikyu looks pretty good here, all things considered. I would like to try Fake Out with Incineroar, but I'm just worried that's Defiant Bisharp, and yeah, I don't want to give them attack boosts. We'll bring Rillaboom as our main Fake Out user. Should be a good time. If they lead Regieleki and Calyrex, that's a problem for Water Spout, but they didn't. They led Bisharp and Regieleki. Shiny Bisharp, beautiful shiny. Definitely want to go hunt that myself. I think we fake out a Lucky and Water Spout. Sucker Punch would be unfortunate, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. So I think we can fake out that a Lucky and go for the Water Spout. Now, Max Lucky could be very bad here now that I've thought about that too. Max Lucky would be, that'd be the main way of getting it around the fake out, but at least if they protect, that's fine. Fake out or protect is the, not fake out or protect, max or protect is the main way to get around this, but they didn't do either, so I don't care. Yeah, they're going to Sucker Punch Kyogre, not the end of the world. We still have more than half of our health. This should be enough to get rid of a Lucky. If we have to max, we max. But I think Calyrex is going to be more than sufficient. We can go maybe for Bisharp with Rillaboom. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, even if we bring in Calyrex, we can do that too. The Sucker Punch, I'm not too worried about. They do have their Calyrex, but I am Assault Vested. So, in theory, I should be able to live in Astral Barrage. I think we'll go for the Grassy Glide into the Bisharp, and Water Spout's going to be considerably weaker. I don't think we're going to need to max our Ice Rider. I think we can max Kyogre here and go for a full-on Water Spout into Calyrex. Or we can do this. We can Grassy Glide into Calyrex and Max Geyser into Bisharp in case they decide they want to protect Bisharp. So unless they're maxing Bisharp, they're not maxing at all, because Calyrex would have went way before Kyogre. We'll get to test out this Assault Vest and max, see how much damage they do to us. That's a pretty healthy looking HP bar, so I don't think Astral Barrage will be a lot. That's good damage. I'm surprised they didn't protect or anything. No Sucker Punch off of the Bisharp either. Oh, they're going to go for Insurance. That's interesting. I don't know why, but they did that. We'll get rid of their Bisharp. We can bring in Mimikyu. We can Trick Room. I think that's pretty safe, because then Calyrex-Ice Rider can come in and clean up. Yeah, that's probably for the best. We bring in Mimikyu, get the Trick Room, because if they bring in Incineroar, they can't fake out Mimikyu. And then Kyogre just gets rid of Incineroar, if that's what they brought. It's Zygarde, okay. Now, they could max Zygarde, which could be rather disgusting, but I think we go Trick Room, and I think we get rid of Calyrex first, and then that way, if they max Zygarde, we have Ice Rider. We can hit it with Glacial Lance. They're going to protect with Calyrex, okay, so we're definitely going to get Trick Room off. Gonna go Coil, alright. That's fine. We can also Hailstorm and Will-O-Wisp next turn, if we want. Alright, goodbye, Shadow Rider. I just love the irony, too, of them having the Protect and a max move KOing them through Protect, because, you know, the one thing the move should do, it should Protect, and it didn't. Alright, so I feel like they definitely max Zygarde here. We can Will-O-Wisp, and then we can Hailstorm. And then that way, too, if we don't KO them, and they get their complete form, which is very well possible, we just let Kyogre go down. Mimikyu Shadow Sneaks Ice Rider, and then we hit it with a +2 Glacial Lance. Yeah, I think that's for the best. Now, they max guard to stall at my last turn of max. It's really annoying, but we get the burn. They didn't max guard. Are they Lumberry? No. Which makes me think they're Misty Seed. Or they might not be. They could be Weakness Policy. Yeah, they're probably Weakness Policy here, because I don't think I saw a Tapu Fini on their team. There's the Max Quake. That's fine. That's into Kyogre. It's gonna do nothing to us, which is great. Now, the +1 special defense is not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. We're all gonna take a little bit of Hail Chip. Yeah, I think this is fine. Now, Complete Form Zygarde does have a little less speed than regular Form Zygarde, so they might be able to outspeed. And they're leftovers. Okay. So that's fine. They're burned. So that coil boost might as well be non-existent. At least we also get to see this too, because this is one of the best transformation animations I think they've come out with, is the Zygarde complete form. But anyways, so we do get to at least see that. I think we Ice Beam and Play Rough and see if Zygarde takes down Kyogre. And if it does, great. Because then we get Calyrex-Ice Rider and we just Glacial Lance. So we get a little bit of damage off with the Play Rough. And Kyogre is just going to nope. We get a crit, okay. I don't think I was KOing that without the crit, but hey, it works. We had a relatively safe endgame there. We had Calyrex-Ice Rider in the back. Kyogre took it out. I'm very happy with that. Good game to my opponent. Okay, we have a new opponent, another Calyrex Shadow team, and this time it has Groudon with it. We have Charizard, we have Incineroar, we have Gastrodon, which, gotta respect the Gastrodon, but at least Kyogre can get around that with Water Spout. They have Thundurus, that could be scary, but overall, this looks moderately good for Calyrex-Ice Rider. We have Glacial Lance for Groudon, we have it for Thundurus. High horsepower can hit Incineroar. The Charizard we got to be weary of, but I think if we can get Trick Room, we're in a relatively safe position. So Koko doesn't look bad here either, too, because I can always try to Electro up that Charizard. I think we lead Mimikyu, and I think we can bring Calyrex as the lead with Mimikyu. And then that gives me the option of going for Trick Room with either of them. I think we can bring Kyogre. And Rillaboom is probably good for that Gastrodon, if at anything. But maybe we bring Incin instead. Yeah, I think we bring Incin. I don't think Koko is doing much for me. At least then that way too, I have Fake Out Pressure, in the very least. I just gotta be careful not to potentially intimidate and set off Defiant on Thundurus. But my opponent could also be Support Thundurus too. You gotta respect that. Support Thundurus is still a thing. So Calyrex and Gastrodon, okay. We'll get my Calyrex and Mimikyu. We'll definitely get Trick Room. Yeah, we will definitely get Trick Room. We gotta be careful with the Ice Rider on the field, though, or the Shadow Rider on the field. But I think we can protect and Trick Room. So we'll protect our Calyrex. They would have to double into Mimikyu, and I don't think even then, because they'll have to go Astro Barrage or whatever move they want to use with Calyrex into Mimikyu first, and then have Gastrodon. If Trick Room were already up and I was trying to reverse Trick Room, that would be a lot more scary, but I think we should be fine. Out of curiosity, too, I wonder how much one of my Shadow Sneaks would do to their Calyrex with that 4 times. Yeah. I'm kind of curious about that. How one of my Shadow Sneaks would do to them. They're going to go for the Astral Barrage. That's fine with me. Do we see Yawn out of Gastrodon? That could be kind of bothersome, actually, if we see Yawn out of their Gastrodon. Yep. Okay, and a Mimikyu. That's fine. I think what we're going to do... I think we're going to Shadow Sneak into my Calyrex. I think we're going to Max. And I think what we're going to do here is go for a Hailstorm into Gastrodon. Now, Gastrodon is going to be faster than my Calyrex, so they could Yawn me. If they Yawn me, they Yawn me. But at least if we get this +2 Max Hailstorm into Gastrodon and we get rid of it, perfect. That would be worth it, because at least then Kyogre's got Trick Room. We can spam Water Spout. And if Groudon comes in and we get Kyogre in instead, then override Sun, even better. Set off our weakness policy. No Protect off Gastrodon, which makes me think there's the Yawn coming into Calyrex. Yep. So, that's fine. So long as we get rid of Gastrodon here, I'm more than okay with this. And honestly, I think Gastrodon was the bigger threat there because of the Trick Room setup, so we'll get rid of that. We'll potentially break a Sash on Shadow Rider, so we can always Hailstorm into Shadow Rider. If they protect, they protect. I feel like when people run Yawn, they do like to Yawn and then protect to guarantee the sleep, so I don't think it's the end of the world to do that. So I think we'll bring in Incineroar, because we can always Snarl the Shadow Rider. And then this way too, if Groudon comes in, I don't have to worry about them overriding my my Rain. So they're going to send in Groudon first, that's fine. And I'm going to get Incineroar in. We can easily override this with a Hailstorm. We can also Parting Shot and getting Kyogre that way too. I like that, actually. I like the idea of Parting Shot into... Oh, I am Taunt. I am not Parting Shot on this Incineroar. Okay, I'll have to fix that for next time. But anyways, for now, it's not the end of the world. We can Snarl into the Calyrex slot, and we can Hailstorm into the Groudon. Yeah, they're gonna protect. That's fine. Does Calyrex protect? They do. Okay, so that's to guarantee the sleep. That's fine. I'm gonna get this Hailstorm into Groudon, and that's gonna do massive damage. And Groudon's intimidated too. So that's more than a fair enough trade. We'll also get Hail Chip. It's a shame we lose our third turn to Max, but not the end of the world. Because I think now what I can do, I can Snarl, and then that makes their Calyrex a little bit more manageable. And we can try to burn that sleep turn. I mean, I'm guaranteed to stay asleep, so we can try to live, is what I should say. We're going to hit the Snarl. It's going to bring Calyrex back to neutral. Did that just it did. It did KO Groudon. That's nice. we also get to keep Calyrex for another turn. Okay. Not what I was expecting, but we get to keep Calyrex for another turn. We can Snarl. We're getting low on Trick Room turns, so I think it's probably time to try to get rid of that Calyrex. Because Kyogre can always come in and Snarl the Charizard. Or, not Snarl, Scald. Scald, yeah. Let's see, what's this for Trick Room? This is our last turn of Trick Room, actually. Well, Glacial Lance, hopefully we get the Wake Up. We probably won't. We might, but we probably will not. So here comes the Max Charizard. Probably a Wildfire. But the nice thing is, at least Incineroar will get that Snarl off. Charizard will at least be looking at -1. Assuming they don't have Solar Beam, we should be fine. They get the double. Okay, they got the double. That's really unfortunate. Calyrex stays asleep too. But do we hit Charizard? Nice, we do. Okay, so Charizard's at least at -1. They Wildfire me. They Wildfire me. Oh, no, they're going to go for Max Quake into Incineroar. Okay. Now, it's not bad. The special defense boost is unfortunate. But I do have them at -1 special attack. Incineroar also doesn't get its berry here, so they're both definitely in Astral Barrage range, which is not great. We'll try the Protect, see if we stay asleep. Yeah, we do. Okay. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we lose, we do lose both of them, unfortunately. Calyrex is at +3. Or no, it's at +2 because I did Snarl it earlier. They don't get a Max Quake boost though, that's nice. Now, can my Assault Vested Kyogre live this? If it can, there's still hope. This is their last turn of Max. I might be able to at least get Calyrex. We'll go for the Scald, because I'm definitely taking a lot of damage here. And if Charizard shrinks down, I might even be able to get Charizard. Come on, Assault Vest. Come on. We did live it. That's good. But how much is this Airstream going to do? Oh, we lived. We did live. Let's get rid of Calyrex. Please get rid of Calyrex. Okay, there goes Calyrex. It's not terrible. That is not terrible. Okay. Now, they have a speed boost. They have 1 special defense boost. But they are at -1 special attack. Though I do have the Life Orb working against me, so I think they get me here. We're going to Scald just to be on the safe side. They might miss. Nope, Scorching Sands, okay. 1 HP. We lived with 1 HP. Is that enough? Yep, it is. Nice. Assault Vested Kyogre. Oh my god, if my opponent just saw. The screen's lagging though. I think they might have disconnected. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Alright. I was worried about how that was gonna go, and I was gonna feel really salty if I lost that, where we had the Trick Room and all that, but that 1 HP and then the disconnect. That makes it that makes it so much better for me. I'm very glad about that. So let's see. Onward to look for a potential another match. Okay, we have a lot of Calyrex Shadow Rider teams. We have this Zacian and Calyrex Shadow Rider team with Regigigas, Weezing, Blastoise, Volcarona, and an already locked in opponent. So let's see. I think Kyogre looks very good here. Faygoat support could be very nice. If we get Trick Room off, that's going to be very handy. I think maybe we'll go Mimikyu, Rillaboom. I think we'll bring Kyogre in the back, and I think we'll bring Calyrex in the back as well. Because I want Faygoat support. If they're going with Regigigas, that's fine. I am max defense invested Mimikyu with almost max HP, so I should be able to live I should be able to live an attack because I'm already immune to its stab. I think it's Gigas Weezing. Yeah, it is Gigas Weezing. Okay, so I think we Trick Room and Faygoat Weezing. Because then we could burn Gigas next turn. I think that's for the best. I think we Trick Room here, and I think we Faygoat you. Because I'm pretty sure Gigas maxes. If Gigas goes for a strike, that's Rillaboom taking it. Rillaboom probably wouldn't be opposed to having a speed reduction. And plus, I can always max Quake the Weezing too. Yeah, I can always max Quake that Weezing. That'd be nice. So here comes the Gigas max already. That's fine. If Weezing goes for Protect, that's okay too. I don't mind that. I actually rather like that if they go for Protect with Weezing. But they didn't, so Faygoat at least keeps our bases covered there. Okay, so they're gonna go Darkness into Mimikyu. Did Neutralizing Guess not work on Disguise? Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's good to know. I didn't know that was an interaction, but hey, we're learning today. We are learning. So we definitely get our Trick Room. I think we're going to try to burn Gigas. And we're going to go from there. Well, Will-O-Wisp into the Gigas there, and I think we'll go for a knockoff into it too. Yeah. Because if they're Lumberry too, I'd rather them not be Lumberry. So, Sludge Bomb into... Ooh. Yeah, okay. That special defense drop. Do we at least burn and keep it burned? We do. Good. Okay, so... we're definitely not having to worry about Gigas. I don't like that -2 special defense drop into my Mimikyu, but Gigas is burned. If we get rid of Weezing, we're in a pretty good spot. Despite, you know, them being at 4 to my 3. But anyways, it is what it is. Now, I could Shadow Sneak my own Calyrex, which might be for the best. We'll go for the Quake into Wheezing. We know they're Black Sludge, so unless they protect Wheezing, this should be a very clean KO. What are the odds of a Will-O-Wisp coming Calyrex's way, though? That's the only problem. Pretty solid, actually. But hey, if we can get rid of Wheezing, and we can get Kyogre in, we can go for plenty of Water Spouts. So, let's see. We're actually slower than Wheezing. That's very good to know. So, we'll get rid of them. Now we can get rid of Regigigas' partners. We'll get a special defense boost into Calyrex as well. That's nice. So, we just really nerfed their attack. We're also going to get our, whatchamacallit, attack boost. So we're at +3. I think we should be fine. They do have a Zacian. They also have a Shadow Rider. So I do have to be weary of that with my Mimikyu. I also unveiled the Shadow Sneak, so something I gotta be weary of. But there's the Zacian. I think we can go Quake into Zacian. And what do we got for Trick Room? This is our second turn. I think we can bring Kyogre in for Mimikyu. And I think we Quake into the Zacian slot. If they protect, we can still do a lot of damage. They do protect, but we're going to get a lot of damage. There's still one more turn of Trick Room after this. So I'm more than tempted of just going for another Max Quake and then going for a Water Spout. And my reasoning being is if we get special defense into Kyogre and Calyrex Shadow's the last thing they brought, I don't have to worry too badly about Astral Barrage and Kyogre. And then that way we're not worrying about that last match too, or like we were with that last match. So we'll go for the Water Spout, and we'll go for the Max Quake, get another boost. I really want to get rid of the Zacian, and if they double protect with Zacian and get it, all the more reason to go for the Max Quake, because we did more than half with a +3 Max Quake. So the other thing too is by getting bulkier with our special defense too into Calyrex, I can also set Trick Room that way. And that would actually be rather nice. Getting Trick Room back. I don't think Regigigas goes for Kyogre because they've been going after Calyrex this entire time. So Calyrex's Water Spout is definitely going to hit hard. Yeah, case in point. They went for Calyrex again. So we're going to get rid of Regigigas finally. I actually don't mind running the Wheezing Regigigas combination too. I enjoyed it when I did it on my own channel, so I think I might have to look into this again. I don't know though. I feel like Calyrex Shadow Rider and Gigas do make a nice combination, but anyways, there's the Shadow Rider. I think because I can, I'm at +2 special defense on Kyogre. I think I can just straight up attack. I'm also at +2 on Calyrex, so I think we're just going to straight up Water Spout. I think I'm going to Trick Room. Yeah, we'll Trick Room. And my opponent forfeit, so I don't even get to throw off the Trick Room or Glacial Lance or even the Water Spout. But anyways, that worked out very nicely. I'm pretty happy about that. a lot more cleaner than the second game was. But hey, the second game I did live with 1 HP. So, anyways, good game to that opponent. I'm pretty happy with how I played out there. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this Kyogre and Calyrex-Ice Rider team in action. I had a lot of fun with it today. Ironically enough, I don't think I actually used Glacial Lance. I'll have to double check, but I don't think I even got to use Glacial Lance. We definitely got to see Max Hailstorm in action and high horsepower, but yeah. Assault with Kyogre. I am very happy with it and how it played out today. We get to pull off some Water Spouts. We get to rely on Scald. Scald actually was some pretty good tech today. Rillaboom and Mimikyu did very good. It's a shame that I didn't realize that I had my Taunt Incineroar instead of my Parting Shot Incineroar, but hey, that worked out pretty good. I'm more or less pretty happy with how Incineroar played out. Parting Shot would have been nice, a little bit of good utility for swapping out, especially under Trick Room, getting Kyogre in a little bit easier, maybe even getting Mimikyu back in if I had needed it. But I digress, it worked out good. We didn't get to test out Tapu Koko today, so probably more matches coming down the road, probably off camera, to see how that worked out. But this was one kind of core team that I was thinking about trying for the International Challenge. We ran into Shadow Rider Calyrex a lot, but we also ran into one team with Shadow Rider and Groudon, which I think that combination is intriguing as well. Before I sat down to record this, the thought popped into my mind. I mean, I had the idea for this team first and then the Groudon and Shadow Rider, so maybe we might try that as well. I don't know. The Groudon team that I used last video with Yveltal, I have some adjustments that I want to try with that team. It's kind of spicy, but at the same time, it's kind of predictable, and I'm surprised I didn't think of it. But anyways, that's probably coming as well. So anyways, guys, thank you once again for watching today's video. I will see you next time.